searching for the perfect gentleman and investigative journey.
This story starts in September 2017. I walk through the narrow streets of Noailles in Marseille. There I come across a variety of African barber shops that decorate their windows with posters. I enthusiastically document the various posters. The one African barber poster that in my opinion stood out of the others was the perfect gentleman poster. Since that day, I could not get the poster out of my head. Now, about 1 year later, I use Google Street View to return to the place where it all began. In the window of the hairdresser, I discovered the amazing children poster, of which I also took a picture at that time. The shop is called Touba Bazaar Cosmétique. I wonder what or where is Touba? Touba is a pilgrim metropolis in West Africa with a large mosque in the center of the city. I browse the streets of the city looking for barbershop posters, but all I find in Touba are hand-painted scissors symbols. I turn on an announce on a popular German website where people usually offer second-hand stuff. Someone advises me to search for the poster in Ghana. The market apparently was not open that day, and I focus my search again on the barber shops themselves. As I did not remember exactly their words, I continue my search in Liberia. I click through the barbershops of the capital and discover the one of Gabriel Kahneman.
Alright, Lina, this is Gabriel.
He has uploaded many photos on Google Maps, and I discover the perfect gentleman poster on the walls of his shop. Since the store bears his name, it's not difficult to find Gabriel online. After some days, he sends me pictures of other posters that are available on the Liberian market. In his opinion, the poster comes from Nigeria, as the people depicted look like Nigerians. I contact almost every copy shop in Nigeria and ask for information, but I do not receive a lot of useful feedback. Only Dokuland Nigeria points out that it might be found on the busy streets of Somolu. The owner of the copy shop Andy Ventures responds to my request and assures me that he knows the poster's designer and that he will help me out. But the condition is that I send him $100 for his support. After an intense 3-hour conversation, I decide to not trust him. In the meantime, I had written a letter to an African shop in Marseille, where I was already looking for the poster 1 year ago. Betty replied with an email that she can sell the perfect gentleman poster to me. She tells me that she is traveling to Berlin later this month to sell African products at the Berlin Bazaar, so I ask a friend to pick up the poster at the bazaar in Germany. But when my friend meets Betty in Berlin, it turns out that everything is a big misunderstanding, and that she does not have the perfect gentleman poster, but a selection of different other African barbershop posters. My friend buys 6 posters for €50. The search continues. Partly, however, I feel so helpless that I just randomly click through Google Street View, hoping to discover something. I contacted the Nigerian Association of Hairstylists, but no one replied. There is a street in Berlin that is called African Street. Nevertheless, it looks pretty German. Brussels has a big African community. This might be the ideal place in Europe to soak up African hair culture. I enter a shopping mall being a bit intimidated. From the distance, I recognize something. I'm allowed to take a picture of the snippet, even though nobody really understands why I'm interested in it. Someone tells me that the poster is hanging in the basement of an African shop in Hamburg. When I arrive there, the real owner is not present, but his Asian-looking friend representing him tells me that the barber shop in the basement doesn't exist anymore.
Hi, Lena. How are you doing today?
Luke Fem answers my inquiry, stating that he can do more than this. If I can't find the original, maybe I'm satisfied with a version that is even better. So I sent him 4,000 naira for his design. The creation is quite intense.
Good morning, Lena.
Kudos tells me that the perfect gentleman is an old design. Posters undergo updates as new haircuts emanate. The old ones are phased out. He supposedly found the people who once produced it, but they are afraid that I could threaten their business. The original poster has a code on the bottom right corner. Also, the Amazing Children poster has one. If I would make an order, I could decide about my own trademark. Lenex is Kudos' suggestion. I get in contact with Kehinde Akbola, but I can call him Kenny.
Hi. Hello, Lara.
One day later, I receive a photo. It's a picture of my picture that I took in France. Kenny is holding the print into the camera. His boss told him that it would be the only thing that he could do for me. This evening, Kenny prays that he will be able to get the poster at the arena market. Not being sure if it's the original, I continue my investigation. Nevertheless, I order 5 copies and ask him to put them in a cardboard tube.
Hello, Lena.
Also, Daniel is involved in the search. He discovers the poster in a barber shop in Lagos. I take a closer look at the posters from Berlin.
Hello, my friend Lena.
The creator placed his mobile phone number in the right corner. Iveco tells me that the poster business is very tough and competitive. The majority of barbershop posters are printed in China because they use special quality paper there. I didn't expect that my search would bring me to China. Iveco's Chinese business partner checks if the printing file of the Perfect Gentleman poster is in her database. Unfortunately, it is not. The printing company is located in EU. This city is famous for its small commodity trade and vibrant market. The parcel with the Perfect Gentleman poster is stuck at the airport in Amsterdam. 25 days later, it finally arrives. It looks like the one I spotted in France. Only the colors have not faded from the sun yet.